just one of the best and brightest and most thoughtful players on tour. So Jess, thank you for just being you. And no doubt, we love you here in Washington, even if you are a Bills fan. You're always welcome back. And now to our champion, Alex Eala. A few weeks before the event, our ticketing team called me and said virtually all of the requests about players, and we had an incredible draw this year, 2 draws, were about Alex Eala. And boy, was it so great to have you and your following here at our tournament this year. Thank you so much, Alex. And this was not an easy road. This week, first round, you beat an Olympic gold medalist. You beat our defending champion. You beat 2 top players. And Alex, you deserve this title so much. I know earlier this week you were wearing a Nike t-shirt with a Filipino expression that translated said, "Once it grows, it can't stop." And you are growing right here before all of our eyes, and I know you can't be stopped. Congratulations on your first title and the first Filipino ever to win a WTA. Before we pass out the trophies, putting on an event like this requires so many people, so please let me just thank a few key people. I want to start with Mubadala. Mubadala first got involved in our tournament in 2023, and I think when you guys who've been coming here a long time have seen the improvements, Mubadala was a huge catalyst to making that happen. They're one of the world's preeminent investment firms, and what they do is they invest their capital, but then they roll up their sleeves and help companies, organizations, events like ours get better. And then most importantly to us, they invest deeply in the communities everywhere they're active. And Mubadala, you've done that for us, and we are so grateful. When we took over in 2019, one of our biggest goals was to make this a men's and women's event at the same level. And so we went to Mubadala and Mari, formerly IMG, with the vision of creating the only 500 combined event in the world to kick off the North American summer right here in the nation's capital. And both Mubadala and Mari, from the minute we had that conversation, said, yes, this is the way it should be, and we want to make it happen. So Mubadala, thank you for that. The last thing about Mubadala I want to say, and a lot of you see what they do around the courts, is what they're doing in our community. They've become one of the largest supporters of the Washington Tennis and Education Foundation. They run exchange programs where kids from Washington go to Abu Dhabi and vice versa. And for everything you see out here, there's a ton more going on behind the scenes with your investments. So thank you so much, Mubadala. Let's hear it for them. Speaking of WTF, we are blessed to have one of the greatest after-school programs in the world that combines tennis and education for kids in our city. 700 kids get tuition-free after-school programs because of the WTF. Our goal is to make it 1,000, and with all of the support from this tournament, where you have been the primary beneficiary, we're going to get there very, very quickly. WTF, thank you so much. Speaking of the improvements around the site, I think all of you are seeing every year how this gets better and better. And, you know, there aren't many things people in Washington agree on, but I do think everyone in Washington agrees that this facility could be so much more for everyone in our community 52 weeks of the year. And to that end, I really want to thank the National Park Service, who hosts us here in the beautiful Rock Creek Park, the Department of Interior, led by Secretary Doug Burgum, his whole team. They came out and they have seen how much you guys love this tournament, love this facility, and are all committed to making sure that it provides the benefits it should to everyone throughout the year. I also want to thank the leadership of our city, Mayor Muriel Bowser, for her 12 years of leadership. And her support of the event. Chairman Phil Mendelson, who has really been a great champion of ours. Councilwoman Janice Lewis-George from this ward right here. And all of our colleagues. We're really grateful for all the support that you're giving us. Of course, when it comes to the city, we have to call out the great Angie Gates from Events DC. Angie, we love you and we appreciate you. WTA, Christina, thank you so much for all that you do. You know, and then lastly, transforming this facility with so much temporary infrastructure is truly a Herculean task. And to be honest, I can get a little emotional when I think or even talk about what it takes to do this. The literally thousands and thousands of people that it takes to build this, operate it, and then take it down. I can't name everyone, but let me just first of all shout out to the umpires, the volunteers, the ushers, and the ball kids. And our leadership team throughout the year, Kevin Wynn, Ali Andreessen, Danny, Grant, Elise Wardell, Rod O'Connor. People work literally tirelessly. You have no idea how hard they work and how dedicated they are. And if you would, please give them a huge round of applause. We're also really blessed to have one of the greatest MC in tennis, Andrew Krasny, as part of our events. You guys who watch tennis events see Andrew at all the great events around the world. I'm so grateful he's part of our team. He's not here today because earlier this week his father, Dr. Robert Krasny, passed away. And I said to him, go home, and he said, no, I want to be here. So thank you, Andrew. Okay, and last and most importantly, you guys are fans. You are unbelievable. Thanks to you, we've sold out 70 straight sessions since 2019. You came here and create the most unbelievable atmosphere all week long. One of the things people noticed how incredible the player fields were this year, and honestly, so much of that is because of you. I had so many conversations with players who said there's something different about this tournament. The energy, the passion of your fans, the kindness of your fans. And one of the reasons players love coming here, honestly, is because of you, the fans of this tournament. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And it's that passion and energy that fuels all the people who work so hard to make sure this is one of the greatest tennis tournaments in the world and one of the best weeks in Washington every year. Can't wait to see you guys next year. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark. Beautiful words. Now it's time to present the trophies. Ahmed Al-Khalili from the Mubadala will present the finalist trophy to Jessica Pegula.
Not to be for Jess today, beaten in 3 sets. In the final, she remains on 11 career titles, 7 on this surface. Still 2 titles this season for Jess to play in Charleston.
Congrats, Jess. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, everyone. Well, first, I want to congratulate Alex on an amazing week, an amazing tournament. I don't know how much more I can say, but you're an amazing player, and just to see how far you've come over the last couple years when we first played, to see the amazing fans that follow you every single place you go. It's not fun to play against, but I do appreciate the really fun atmosphere. I do. I think it's amazing. So congrats. All the best to you and your team and your coach. I would like to go ahead and thank my coach and my hitting partner, Mark and Spencer, that were here with me this week. My other coach, Mark, who's not here. My coach, or my trainer, John, who's also not here. But thanks, you guys, for continuously always putting in the work with me, week after week. And unfortunate today, but we've been playing some great tennis. And just thanks so much for all you guys do for me, and I really appreciate it. I'd like to thank Mubadala for putting on this event, also along with Mark, Danny, Christina, everyone else that helps. I've seen you guys, most of you guys, since I first won this title here in 2019, and I love coming back and seeing the same volunteers, the same locker room attendants, the same people in dining. Like, it's the same people, and you guys remember me from when I first came here, so I always have the best feeling coming back. It's always feels super special. And so much has happened, obviously, since the last time I won this title, and it still feels just as special coming back here. So everyone on the grounds, all the volunteers are amazing. You guys are so friendly, so nice. The security, the ball kids, everybody that helps put this on. And I know it was not an easy feat to move this final to a Monday final. Unfortunately, the weather yesterday was not very good to us, but thank you guys so much for being here for an extra day, for putting this event on for an extra day, for working an extra day. I'm sure hopefully you're getting paid a little overtime for that, but everyone is here bright and early this morning ready to go, and I know that it was not easy and it was a hard decision, but thank you guys for doing what was best for the players yesterday. Thanks, Mark, for being able to make that decision, and we were able to come out here and have an amazing final. And last but not least, thanks to the crowd, like Mark said. I can definitely confirm, probably for a Monday final, this is the best Monday final crowd I've seen. I know. I'm sure some people took off work. I won't tell them where you guys were, but it's amazing that you guys showed up. And again, even to all the Filipino fans that came out and have supported. You guys are still helping grow tennis around the world, and I appreciate that. Being a female athlete, being in tennis, we love to see that grow. So thanks so much, everyone.
Thank you, Jessica. And thank you again for the lovely words, and what a week you had once again here in Washington, D.C. Ahmed Al-Khalili, once again from Mubadala, will present the 2026 Champions Trophy to Alexandra Eala.
Good afternoon, everyone. Oh my gosh, where do I start? First of all, of course, first and foremost, congratulations, Jessie, for an amazing week, and you've had an amazing season. It's always a pleasure to share the court with you. I definitely learned so much, especially from your forehand lines and your backhand crosses. So I'm really looking forward to hopefully many more finals with you. So thank you, Jess. There's a long list of people I want to thank, and at the top of that list is my family, my mom, my dad, my brother, my team, Joanne, who's over there, Yuke and Sandro, thank you guys. They're my inner circle. They're the ones who are putting in the work every day with me, who make me feel like I'm not enduring alone or putting in the hard work alone, because I know they're right there with me. So thank you guys. I want to thank the medical staff here and the WTA medical staff and the tournament medical staff for helping me throughout the week. I want to thank the tournament, Mark, and the sponsors, Mubadala, for such an accommodating week, an amazing tournament. And you know, moving the final to Monday was no easy feat, but super memorable. So congratulations on a great tournament. And of course, to all my supporters, thank you guys. So thank you to all my supporters, especially the Filipino community here in DC and back home and wherever you are in the world. I really, guys, I feel all the love. Maraming salamat, mga kababayan. Maraming salamat. Yeah, before the final yesterday, actually, I got so many messages, sweet messages from my family and from my friends who are on tour or wherever else on the world. And, you know, I thought to myself, I feel so much love. So standing here in the middle of all this love, my first chance at the title, knowing it won't be my last, and already having achieved this feat and this milestone for my career, I knew that whatever would have happened after this match, it would have already been a win for me. So thank you, everybody, and I really look forward to seeing you guys again.
Tennis fans, your 2026
Hugely memorable moments here in Washington, D.C. Frame that picture of Alexandra Eala, 21 years old, WTA champion for the very first time, and in stunning fashion. The last 8 games claimed against top seed Jessica Pegula, all 3 top seeds beaten. And it asks the question, how far can she go over the North American hardcourt summer? When we come back, more breakdown of this match here on Tennis Channel.
Tennis Channel's coverage of the Mubadala DC Open is brought to you in part by Castle, advanced security technology for commercial properties and critical infrastructure. Learn more at castle.com. And by Mubadala Investment Company, proud partner of the Mubadala DC Open.
Well, it's quite incredible that Eala Mania is only in its starting stages. What a day for the woman from the Philippines, 21 years old, first-time WTA title winner, and it will be all the sweeter after she missed out on 4 championship points in her first WTA championship match a year ago. She was ranked outside the world's top 60 at that point in time, but with this result, she's going to be making a top 20 debut. Abigail Johnson and Alison Risk-Amachosh alongside me. We watched the conclusion of that clash. Ali, how impressed were you with Eala's composure and the way she rolled to the finish line against one of the toughest competitors out there in Jessica Pegula?
Yeah, honestly, it's something that I really wasn't expecting, to be fair. I thought she came out and she was so bold. She was so fearless. She increased the MPHs on her forehand side. She won that match. And I think what was most surprising as well was from Pegula's side, you know, we're not used to seeing her make so many unforced errors. And she had 20 unforced errors until they had the delay, the rain delay yesterday. She came back today and had 30 unforced errors. That's very uncharacteristic of Jess Pegula. But I have to give so much credit to Eala in the way that she took it to Pegula. She was absolutely fearless. She was so tough early in points. And I think that's what really made the difference. So solid on her serves, on her return. She backed every everything up so well today.
Well, it's rare to have a final showdown that spans 24 hours. Let's take a look back at the story of that match. And she did make her mark in the early stages, Eala. She had opportunities on the return, and she actually had the lead at one point in the opening set. But when Pegula was back on song, rosy for the American.
It really was, you know, and this is Jess Pegula, who has so much experience in moments like this, in finals, and she took that first set 6-4, really getting Eala on her back foot, and it was in this second set on serve. Eala wins this game 2-1, and then the rain came. They had to get off court. Play was suspended, and of course, that is what brought us to today. Getting back out here, we see them a second time coming out of the tunnel, and from that resumption of play, they were on serve in that second set, excuse me, up until that 4-all game when Eala was able to break. And then in this third set, she did an amazing job of being on her front foot, playing extremely aggressive and taking it to Jess Pegula. And it was shots like that on that match point that was just one thing that we saw, but she made a lot of errors like that early in points. And again, credit to Eala for playing so tough, fearless, and just bold tennis.
Really tightened it up on top of the court, and that was amplified in effectiveness because Eala did not face a break point upon resumption of this clash. And these are some of the statistics that come through with the victory. Top 20 debut on the cards. She's been the first Filipino, Ali, so many times to do this and that. She broke the top 50 last year, and that was a story. And just a handful of months on, first career WTA title.
Just incredible. And her, the Eala mania that everyone is referring to is real, and I actually think a little bit of that played a part in this win today, and I think the crowd really got behind Eala. We heard Pegula in the ceremony say, I appreciate how, this has transformed women's tennis. Everyone's coming to see Eala play, and I think she's handled it so well as well, and just absolutely incredible. And I love that she's backing these results up. I think we've seen her now, she's here to stay. She's not going anywhere, and I think she's only going to get better. We touched on it a little bit, but as she looks to improve her serve, get maybe some more miles per hour on it, and get better with her flat spots, I think the sky is truly the limit for Alexandra Eala.
We do have to highlight the weight of this run. First round, she got the better of the current Olympic champion, Zhang Qinwen. Second round, defending champion, Leylah Fernandez, and then all three top seeds beaten for the crown. You just cannot deny the impact of Alexandra Eala. So it asks questions of what she's capable of over the next few weeks. We've still got all the biggest tournaments coming up. We're here in Toronto at the 1000 event. Then we'll have Cincinnati. And the US Open is where she really announced herself to much of the world, winning the junior event in 2022. So how do you think she might handle maybe even a little bit of a shift in perspective, internally, externally, moving into the upcoming weeks of competition?
Well, I think after this result, and coming to Toronto here where the courts also play very fast, I would say the courts in DC were absolutely lightning this past week, and she's going to see more of that, Cincinnati and US Open, and I really think that she's going to continue moving up the rankings because we're seeing her with so much confidence. She has such a great identity with the way that she plays, and she trusts that so much, especially in key moments, just like we saw today. And I think that's what's really going to set her apart. And I think we're going to see after US Open, she's going to be, well, she's already going to be top 20, but I think, hey, top 15, top 10, she's going to be pushing for that. And she's really here to stay.
Yeah, it's been a surge for Eala, and she seems to have taken everything in stride. We talk about the tremendous amount of noise around her. It takes a big character to be able to manage that. For Pegula, it was a tough situation today. She was class on the microphone as ever. I do just want to touch on a statistic, Ali. It underlines her consistency, her incredible consistency, because that was a 23rd career WTA final for Pegula today. But she's now just gone on the negative end with 11 wins, 12 losses in those title matches. She's someone who's going to be number 3 seed here in Toronto. She's been campaigning for Grand Slam titles. Does that throw any kind of different shade or any concern on her attack and her campaign for these big titles going forwards, that sometimes she's coming a little bit unstuck at the back end of the event?
Not even a little bit. I think that Jess Pegula, the fact that she keeps putting herself in these finals, that is all that you can ask of yourself. And her consistency is what sets her apart. And she's there day in, day out, tournament in, tournament out. And I don't think for one second that a loss like today, and I'll be curious to hear maybe her post-match interview, what she has to say. I'm sure she's going to give a lot of credit to Eala because she is, you know, such a classy competitor. But it'll be very interesting to hear what her perspective is on, you know, why she had so many unforced errors. Was it just because of the pressure from Eala? I don't think that there's any cause for concern. I think we're going to see her in the next few weeks be back in a final again. I do not doubt it. And she's able to kind of let these things roll off her back so quickly. And I think that, again, sets her apart. She doesn't wallow in, you know, what just transpired. So I'm very much looking forward to it. And I think this was another great week for Jess Pegula.
Yeah. Well, she's at her current career high ranking of number 3 for a reason, and she's going to be on number 3 seed here in Toronto. Wouldn't meet Eala until the final showdown, so she can be happy about that. But that is just one of 2 title matches that are still to be completed at the Mubadala DC Open. When we come back here on Tennis Channel, it is a long-awaited showdown. Number 3 seed Taylor Fritz against the fast-rising and ferocious Rafael Hadar. Don't miss it as they go head-to-head for a 500-level trophy, one already in the hands of a 21-year-old on the rise. Alexandra Eala, we'll see you in the top 20.